Be live now. How's everybody doing this fine, wonderful evening? Since there's nobody in the room, I assume y'all are doing fine for the moment. I went live a little bit early, figured we'd troll around a little bit while there's still some daylight. I won't be picking up Eugene for about another 30 minutes or so. We'll leave him till about 7 o'clock. That's when he'll be ready to run. But until then, I'm out, and so here we go with our live Friday night audit. We'll be run the streets of Ironton like usual, and we'll see what we can see, if we see anything. Might just see more empty streets, who knows. We'll see how it goes as the night goes on. So hopefully everybody can hear me out there and see what's going on. We got a good camera angle there. Hopefully y'all are able to hear me. Hello Ida, I see you out there. Hopefully everybody's having a great Friday evening. Hey, Scum Dog, how you doing? Good to see you this fine, wonderful evening. Hopefully everybody's ready for another Friday night of boring old Ironton. I'd originally scheduled this for 8 o'clock, but I figured I'd come in and roll a little bit early with y'all. I have to admit, I get to craving it and miss you guys. So I had to run a little bit early, just get to talk to everybody tonight. Where's Sovereign? Well, I assume he's at home. I don't know. I haven't talked to him much today. I'm sure he'll enter the chat at some point. He usually does. If he has his notification set, sees that I'm on anyway. Hey, Art, I see you. I seen Nope Wasn't Me. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Glad you all turned out to join me on this Friday evening. So we'll see how exciting it gets this weekend. The last couple haven't been very exciting, and tonight might not be either. But we'll see what we can see as the evening goes on. Oh, thank you, Avery. I appreciate that. Hello, Kevin. How you doing tonight? As I said before, hopefully everybody's having a great Friday evening. I know I am. Of course, to me, Friday's the same as Monday. One day's the same as the next. It doesn't change a whole lot in my life. Hey, Norfolk Southern Pokey District, how you doing tonight? Good to see you out there. I seen somebody get their... What does that say? Hold on here a second, guys. Let me get off the road here a quick second so I can see what he just said there. Annapolis audit, huh? Get kicked at the... What did he do? Get kicked out at the polling place? We'll have to go watch that. Hello, Blanche Bowles. How you doing? Kentucky Wildcat Girl, good to see you. You're right, it's the first of the month. We might see something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll either see it or we won't. That's a fact. I guarantee it. Katie D, Eugene's still at the house. I'm going to pick him up here probably about 7 o'clock. That's when he said he'd be ready. So until then, I'm just trolling around alone for a little bit. Hello, Lloyd. How you doing? Good to see you out there. If you're asking me, it always goes about the same. I'm always having a good day. I just refuse to have a bad one. It's just against my principles. Oh shit, who had to get their head stapled? Damn, that's not good. Are you talking about Annapolis audit? Did he have to get his head stapled? That would suck. Poll worker had no right to grab him up. Hello, Salacious. How you doing this fine, wonderful evening? Annapolis auditor got his head split open and needs staples, huh? Damn nation. I haven't gotten to see that one, so I'll have to check that out later and see what happened with that. Hopefully it's just a few staples and not a serious injury. I've had stitches and staples so many times. If it hadn't been for stitches, I'd have fell apart years ago. That's good, Salacious. I'm glad to hear it. Got his butt kicked by a senior citizen, huh? Hey, watch out for us old people. You piss us off, we'll let you know about it for sure. We'll split your wig for you if you ain't careful. Are there any trains in Ironton? There's always trains through here. Lots and lots of trains roll through this town. They don't stop here anymore, but by Joe, they definitely roll through at all hours of the day and night usually. All right, if Irish Demon covered it, I'll probably catch it on his stream. We'll see what happened with that. So what did he do? Just go check out the polls and was filming and make somebody mad? Or I didn't get to watch it, so I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if he's one of the auditors or the frauditors. I don't know who we're talking about right off. Not by the name anyway. You got to be careful when you're out with a camera. You piss some people off and they might want to split your wig for you, so you have to be careful out there. I'm up here by the high school. It's Friday night, so there'll be a football game this evening, of course. That's why you see all the cars up here. Been trespassed by about every building in Annapolis, huh? Well, that's funny. I've never been trespassed from anywhere yet. I have been asked to leave places, but not while I was auditing. No one messes with me when I audit, but I was thrown out for not wanting to wear a mask. Well, I wasn't thrown out, but I was asked to put on a mask or not to come in, and I politely told them to fuck off and turn around and left. So I just didn't go in. I don't have any problems not going in. I just, if I don't want to follow the rules, I don't go in there. I go somewhere else. So. Hey, there's Work Lion. I see you out there. If I've missed anybody as you're coming up in the chat, I apologize, guys. I'm driving, so it's hard for me to watch the chat. I just have to glance over and catch it every now and then. I always find it surprising, though, that all these auditors are always being trespassed and arrested and, all kinds of stuff. I hear about their extensive criminal records. I mean, I don't know the truth of it, but I've heard a lot about it. Must have been why they were all over me in, the last few months trying to figure out my criminal record. Well, the reason they can't figure it out is because I don't have one. So for me, it's a little bit different. Conspiracy Music, how you doing tonight, sir? Good to see you out there. I'll be as safe as I can be. I always try to be safe. I can't make any promises, of course, because that depends on everybody else as well. But I will do everything I can to remain safe and keep those around me safe. Hey, I see Sundown running up in there. Hello, Sundown. Happy Friday to you as well. For me, it is a happy Friday, but then every day's almost happy for me. And I see Colin go through there. Hello, Colin. Hopefully you're doing good tonight, too. And it looks like, is that Michelle that I seen roll by there? I think it might have been. Hello to you, Michelle. And if I glanced and it was Michael, I apologize. Sometimes it's hard for me to read while I'm rolling down the street, so. Oh, thank you, Chuck. I appreciate that. $2. He says, much respect to me and Eugene. Well, we sure do appreciate it. I don't know why we get so much of it, but I sure do appreciate it, every bit of it. You guys are always so good to me. Always have great things to say about me. And I sure do appreciate it. Good deal, Colin. Yeah, it's probably is morning for you, isn't it? I forget. I believe you're over in Australia, if I remember correctly. Because over here we drive on the wrong side of the road. It's funny, here in America, we have to do everything different than they do in every other country. We're the only ones with the standard measurement system. We don't use the metric system and, all that fun stuff. And of course, we drive on the right side instead of the left side. Apparently, we just like to be different. It's what makes us different from everybody else, I suppose. Hey, I see ZXL Master out there. Hello, sir. I'm glad to see you out there tonight. Always glad to have you. I always know my chat's going to be taken care of when ZXL Master shows up. I got a couple other mods out there that do really good. I don't give them enough credit. Articuto and a few others. So, just to give y'all a shout out for all my mods out there, I sure do appreciate every one of you. Y'all keep the chat going good, keep it rolling, and keep the bullshit to a minimum, and I sure do appreciate that. So thank you for that. I appreciate the hard work that you put in to do that. I know sometimes it can be a little bit of a bitch trying to keep up with the chat. I know for me, once it gets going pretty good, sometimes it feels like my eyeballs get warm. I'm reading so fast. Chuck, because country folk will say you are 100% correct. It doesn't matter what happens in the world. Those of us that are country folk will definitely survive because we know how. As Hank Williams said, we make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. You know, there ain't too many things these old boys can't do, and that's a fact. There ain't nothing we can't handle all by ourselves, and we don't need much to get it done, so. I feel sorry for the people that weren't raised like us and don't know what we know. You know, if shit ever does go bad, they're going to be in big trouble. It's going to be hard on them. But for those of us that know how to get by with almost nothing, then it works out great. We don't flip our wigs when stuff goes bad. You know, in the rest of the country, they talk about recessions all the time. That hasn't really affected us much here in this area. I can tell you, we've been recessed for the last 30 years. So they talk about a recession, and we don't really notice much of a difference here. So. You ready yet? Are you ready yet, or you want me to wait a bit? Sorry guys, I'm here to pick up Eugene. Of course, y'all know he takes 20 minutes to get to the car. He acts like he's miles away from the car. Just don't drive off the edge of the earth. Chuck, I'll do everything I can to avoid it. That was another $2 there. Thank you, Chuck. I sure do appreciate that, man. I really appreciate the bucks here and there. All that adds up after a while. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Salacious. We have a small place in town down here on the river. It's like a boat dock and a fishing point, but there really aren't a lot of get-togethers on the river. And I think mainly it's probably because that river is nasty. That's water that you don't want to touch for any reason. There's been more chemical plants on that river than Kellogg's has cornflakes, and because of that water, I would never eat any fish out of it. I won't swim in it. I won't even touch it. I won't even go fishing in it.
You must be talking about the Ohio River.
Talking about the Ohio River, that's right. I stayed the hell away from that. My father was a water treatment officer for one of the chemical plants on that river for years and years, so I know what's in that river, and that's why I stay away from it. And it's my advice. Everybody else should listen to me because I do know what I'm talking about. Stay the hell out of the Ohio River. It might be pretty to look at from a distance, but there you go. That's my advice. Stay back and look at it. Stay the hell out of it for sure. It's not clean water at all by any stretch of the imagination.
Here we go, brother. Another 9.
So I got Eugene with me now, guys. Say hello, Eugene.
How's it going, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good night.
Nope, wasn't me. Said, sup, Eugene.
Who was it?
Nope, it wasn't me.
What's up?
Katie said hi, Eugene.
How you doing, Katie?
Katie D. It's hard for you to see there, ain't it? Turn it a little bit. Does that help you any?
Yeah, a little bit. I just gotta lean so far. Oh. Michelle?
Michelle said, hey. Blanche.
How you doing, Michelle?
Everybody's
Blanche?
speaking to you tonight. Look
How
at that.
you doing, everybody?
They're all going to say hi, and then they're going to give you shit here in a little while because you ain't paying no attention to the chat. That's
Hey,
what's
Miss
about to happen.
Lisa would be so damn proud of me right now, brother. I started reading the chat.
I haven't seen Lisa out there yet. I'm sure she'll pop in at some point. I think she actually has a life.
Right,
Of
right.
course, most of these people do. Hell, we're the ones with no life. Salacious said evening, Eugene.
Good evening, good
Hey,
evening.
there's Work Lion. Holy shit, look at that. $50. What does that say? Shove some burgers in y'all. And y'all faces on me. Meatballs. Appreciate it, Work Lion. Thank you very, very much.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Yes, that is appreciated beyond measure. Chuck in Tennessee's already put in a little bit of money tonight too, so you guys, I sure do appreciate it. That helps us stay out here for sure. And if I keep driving these streets, I'm going to have to redo the suspension on this car soon, so that's going to cost me a good bit too. And ball joints and struts and tie rod ends and maybe even a control arm or two the way some of these holes are.
Yeah, these holes are rough, man. Very rough.
Just reach over like you're going to what? I can't. You'll have to read that, Eugene. I can't.
Reach over like you're gonna
Like you're
kiss
gonna
Terry
kiss
so
Terry.
you can see that.
So you can see the chat, right? Yeah.
I mean, if they would just see how far I got to lean up, because I got the front seat in the back seat.
What you need are some damn glasses so you can see what you're looking at, I think. I got these bifocals on there, plain glass at the top, and I got the readers at the bottom. That way I can see the...
You know, I made my daughter.
Hey, looky there. Articuto for $50 said, burn some fuel. Yes, sir. That's what we're working on.
Yeah, I made my daughter an eye doctor's appointment.
Are you hungry?
Hey, I don't know about these. Man, these restaurants around here scare me, man.
I agree. I was just asking, since Work Lion paid for it, I figured I'd buy you something to eat, dude, if you wanted something to eat.
Hey,
I'll
we'll
leave
be
that up
hungry
to
later,
you.
thanks to Work Line.
Yep, there won't be nothing open later. God damn it, this is Ironton. You can't eat after like 8 o'clock. Hell, there's nowhere to go.
Well, the bad part was, dude, I made my daughter an eye doctor's appointment yesterday. They told me they could not get her in until June of 2023.
Well, of course. Why the hell would they get her in? It ain't like she needs to be able to fucking see anything.
Right?
I think it's funny that the doctor's offices around here are so backed up, you're lucky if you can get in. And we have plenty of doctors, more pharmacists than you can shake a stick at, and you're waiting in line everywhere you go.
Everywhere
That means
you
there's
go.
a lot of sick people, and I can't figure out why the hell everybody's so sick. Doesn't make any sense to me.
You know, I found it. I just don't go to doctors. I have, you know what I mean?
Well, I go to the doctor pretty much when I already know what's wrong and tell him what I need, and he agrees and gives it to me and sends me home, and that's about it. You know, I don't go for much. I have to be damn near dead or dying. I don't generally go to the doctor unless I cut myself so bad and it's in a place where I can't stitch myself, and then I'll go let them do it. I've done that a good bit.
I've actually stitched
Like
my own
was
shoulder
that Kyle
up.
that popped in there? Hello, Kyle.
Yeah, to keep from going to the doctor one day. I actually stitched my own shoulder.
I've stitched my leg a couple different times with fishing line. That's what I had. I had some,
Yep.
and I just went ahead and stitched her up.
I think I had like 45-pound test that I used.
That was a little heavy. Huh?
A little bit, but hey, it worked.
Somebody said they have too many doctors. I couldn't catch the name. Hard for me to concentrate sometimes on the chat.
I have too many. Oh, that's Michelle.
I wonder if that's Thiel or Teal. I wonder how that's actually pronounced.
Looks like teal.
Well, you know, it's hard for them to tell me. You know, hard for me to hear what they're saying when they write it. So. Somebody said Ironton looks just like Kyle said Ironton looks just like small town Wisconsin. Ironton is exactly small town everywhere USA.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they're all about the same. Ain't a whole lot of difference between them, really, I wouldn't think.
There's not.
We're just a little old tiny town that dried up after World War II. After the pig iron industry went out, so did Ironton.
Yep.
And now what y'all see is just what's left over of what used to be at one point called Little Chicago. It was that kind of a town. We even had like a red light district and shit, you know, but we don't have none of that now. It's just what's left of the booming town it used to be.
You know, but even if I had a chance, I don't think I could ever move away from this little town.
Well, I have moved. I lived in Columbus for almost 10 years, but I still came back.
Oh.
You know, there's, I don't know, man. I love it here. You know, people talk about the corruption here, and while there may be some corruption, there's no more than there is in any other small town USA. Chili was trying to convince everybody it's worse than he's seen all across the country here, and ain't none of that shit true. It ain't the worst anybody's ever seen.
He just done that to get money.
Well, of course he did. You know, we're no more corrupt than any other fucking town out there. You know. Same shit plagues us as it does everybody else. But I just couldn't imagine living anywhere else. It may not be that great of a town to everybody else, but I fucking love it here. I love living here. I love being in and around Ironton. I have no problems with it at all. I like this little town.
Yep.
Somebody's rooting for the Blue Jackets out there. That's the Columbus hockey team up there, the Blue Jackets. I didn't know a whole lot about hockey till I got with Della, and she loved the Red Wings because she's from Michigan originally, and she always watched the Red Wings, and I got to watching the Red Wings play hockey with her, and it took me a little bit, but I finally figured out the rules in the game of hockey, and once you understand hockey, it's a pretty exciting, fast-paced game.
Yeah, hockey's all right.
I liked it. I liked it. I mean, just to sit and watch. I'm not
Right.
really a big sports fan. You know, I don't watch sports. But because she watched it, you know, you gotta spend time with the woman watching shit you don't want to watch, you know.
Well, that's like when Barry Bonds retires, the San Francisco Giants, the Major League
She's
Baseball
in
team.
Pittsburgh, I believe. Steeler country.
Yeah, I quit watching baseball when Barry Bonds retired, man. Hockey, I really never was a huge
I'm glad he's got on
fan
that
of.
jacket, but he ought to get out of the damn street with it and maybe get on the fucking passenger side if you're going to stand there and bullshit, bub. Don't stand out in the fucking street. It's the only thing I hate about some small towns. Some small people are small brained. They don't think, they just do, and then, you know, it can get a little dangerous. I wouldn't stand on the street side of a car to have a chat. I just wouldn't. I'd stand on the passenger side, you know. If they want to talk that much, they can get out and talk to me. She said Steelers suck.
I agree 100%.
That's actually my baby sister, Jane. That's her favorite team is the Steelers. I'm almost embarrassed to admit that mine is the Bengals, and you know, but that started when I was a very little kid, and Kenny Anderson was quarterback for the Bengals. That's been a long, long time ago now, a whole lifetime now. I was just in the 3rd grade.
Yeah, good golf.
That's back when I actually played football. I found out that I had a calcium deficiency, and
In
I
all
wasn't
honesty,
able to
man,
play.
the Bengals has got a really good team. They got Jamar Chase,
this
T.
year?
Higgins. Oh, yeah.
It's about time.
They got, well, even last year, they got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Mixon, Joe Burrow.
You're saying all these names like I should fucking know who you're talking about.
Well,
I
I'm
ain't
just
got a
letting the
clue,
people,
man. I don't-
know I know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm glad
with the
they,
Bengals.
yeah, well, some of them may know. I don't fucking
But,
know anybody. I tell you, I'll be honest.
I'll tell you right now, man, Mixon's a monster at running back. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, I mean, great receivers. And they just saw that going. Who did they just bring over? Crap.
Michelle said she liked Boomer. You talking about Esiason? Boomer Esiason? He wasn't too bad. Kenny Anderson, though, was, in my opinion, one of the best in the NFL. He was absolutely awesome. That was the one before Boomer, I believe.
Boomer was good, man. He was.
Yeah, he was all right. The problem with the Bengals is Cincinnati don't have, they don't shed out the millions like everybody else does for the players.
Nope.
So they just get what's left over, I think, out of all the players.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. When they got Jamar Chase, I told everybody that boy is going to be straight Hall of Fame, and no one believed it. Now everybody's like, "Oh my God, you were right." Yeah, I was right. That's like Justin Jefferson with the Minnesota Vikings. That boy is bad. Oh my God. Well, he ain't a boy. Well, I guess he would be to me and you. We're a lot older than he is.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's like these cops in here always call them kids. Hell, they ain't kids. But even though to me they don't look like they're old enough to even own and walk around with a handgun, you know, you got to be 21 in Ohio, and some of these guys don't look like they're quite 21 to me. Especially old, what's his name, McKnight?
Yep.
He looks like a little kid, man. He's got that baby face. I don't. I got such deep ruts in my face. It look like a damn topographical map when you look at it. Got elevation and shit.
Yeah, it's like I said, man. When it comes to NFL, I mean, I can NFL, NBA. But like I said, man, I'm just a huge Stephen Curry fan. I always have been.
I don't know who the hell that is.
The Golden State Warriors point guard.
Golden State Warriors. Never heard of them. That's not NFL, is it?
No, that's basketball.
Oh, well, God damn it. You can't talk about the NFL and then mention somebody that don't play in the fucking NFL. Yeah. That don't make any sense. See what I mean? I don't know any of these names. I don't know anybody anymore.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest, I don't give a shit who's got the ball. I don't care who wins or loses. None of that shit
like
matters.
I said, I mean, well, even on defense, man, Bengals, they got not only Eli Apple. Eli Apple's a monster at cornerback.
Buzz the pig pen here and see if anything's that happen.
Eli Apple's a Buckeye boy, so I got to root for him.
Who was that? Is that Archangel for Truth? I seen fly by there. Hello, Archangel. I think that was his name. I seen fly by there. And there's Shannon. Hello, Shannon. How you doing tonight?
Well, it's like me and Scott was having a conversation the other night about Jordan and them. I mean, Michael Jordan's my all-time favorite.
You guys see how that works? He won't talk to the damn chat, but you get him talking goddamn sports and he won't shut the hell up. Did you notice that?
I can talk about sports all day.
Apparently so.
My goodness.
That's one of the few subjects I just can't talk about. I don't have any information.
I'll be sitting at the house watching the football game, dude. And literally, I can tell you exactly what defense they're in as they're disguising the defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know if they're in a nickel or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Hell, I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't really. It's one of them things I just don't give a shit enough to learn, to be honest. I was in the 3rd grade. Everybody in my family always played football. And of course, you know, that was the tough thing to do. And I wanted to play football. But after getting my ribs busted up and broken, I found that I had a calcium deficiency. And I had, you know, my ribs were weak. So football wasn't a thing for me. So I entered the band. And then after that, I just kind of became a band geek. And that was kind of the end of my sports career. So I didn't pay much attention to sports after that. I put it all into music, being the best drummer that I could be. And I became a pretty good drummer. I was never great by any means, but I was all right. I could play enough anyway. Now I'm just an old man. I'm just the dried up version of what I used to be, you know, so.
That's like the other day I had a buddy call me. It's like, play some basketball down at Susan's Court. And
somebody's asking if you ever seen an AFL game.
Yes.
I just seen it pop by there.
Yes. Boy, they will hit you plumb into the bleachers.
What did Archangel say? Sports is nothing more than what? Nothing more than grown men running around in tights. That's about right. Under big bright fucking lights sometimes.
You know, I mean, it's just... football's been my life.
Football's fixed.
I mean, I can agree with you on that.
Anybody that doesn't know yet that professional sports are fixed, I'll tell you right now, and I'm probably going to get a lot of shit in the chat from a lot of sports fans because they don't think so, but it is fixed 1,000%.
I'm a huge sports fan, dude.
I've watched too many games to see it.
Yeah, I'm a huge sports fan, and I agree with that.
I can't believe they pay somebody $3 million to sit on a goddamn bench. I wish I could sit on a bench for $3 million a year.
I don't see how they can. I understand the ticket sales and, you know, all that shit, you know, but how the fuck?
Where's all this money come from?
Can someone be in the NFL making Ezekiel Elliott, if I ain't mistaken, a few years ago?
Well, not only the NFL, the fucking NBA.
He got right.
You know, all
sports.
Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, I would have to go back and look. But if I ain't mistaken, Dallas Cowboys signed Zeke Elliott $90 million. Okay.
$90 million.
Yes.
Gosh.
Okay. How the fuck can you?
How the fuck can you even spend $90 million? I wouldn't know what the hell to buy.
You can't. But how can one man accept $90 million when there's this man out here that don't got shit? See what I mean?
Well, because they don't give a fuck. It ain't about
Right.
nobody else. That's the thing. They
Right.
sure as, you got to remember, man, rich people are rich because they don't spend it. And they sure as fuck ain't going to give it to you because then they won't have it no more. And that's kind of the way everybody's getting now. Everybody's getting a little greedy.
No.
You know, you ask them for $1, they don't want to give you $1 because if they give you their dollar, they won't fucking have one. They don't realize if they keep that $1, they ain't living no longer on it anyway. Fuck, it's only $1, you know. But I guess it's all in how your idea of the value of money. Me, I don't put a lot of value in it because it ain't worth shit. So.
I had that argument with a guy. Well, it wasn't an argument. It was like agreeing to disagree. But
It's necessary sometimes.
yeah, and I told him how the fuck, because he was like, "Oh man, I got 6 bed. How the fuck you got a 6-bedroom house when there's a man just right down the street ain't got one?" He's like, "Damn, Gene," he said, "You're really serious?" Yeah, fuck yes, I'm serious. I wouldn't lie to you.
Somebody, it just flashed through there. I saw it for a quick second, something about how some of them end up broke.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the Bible does say a fool and his money are soon parted. That's probably why I don't have any, to be honest. But I know a lot of the things that I've read about people that like win the lottery, they end up deeper in debt than the original amount that they won after they're out of money. I'm like, how the hell does that even? Why are you living on credit if you just won the fucking lottery? I don't understand.
No.
Shit, if I'd win all those millions, I could live happily for the rest of my life, and I'd have a whole pocket full of money because I don't buy much. You know, there's really not much I need in life.
I played lottery tickets, not the Powerball or anything. And
The Excel Master said when he pulls out a penny, Lincoln has a bloody nose, right? I'll tell you what, I've squeezed the balls off a Buffalo nickel more than once, I promise you. Squeeze that sumbitch into 5 pennies. I can definitely make a penny scream.
Well, people like me and you don't have all that money because we would actually fucking help people. You know what I mean?
Well, we wouldn't have it long, I guarantee you I would.
Yeah, no.
You know, years ago, my ex-wife and I sat down, we were looking at one of them big fucking state lotteries years ago, and I never played the lottery, but, I asked her, I said, think of everything you've ever wanted. She's like, what? Because it's kind of out of left field to her. I said, seriously, what if we won like $30 million? What would we buy? And we sat there for about an hour and a half and come up with pretty much everything that we thought we'd ever want, and we still only spent right around $1 million. You know what I mean? Like all said and done, and $1 million, and we're out, and we got everything that we thought we'd ever want. So I don't know what the fuck I'd do with the rest of it, but give it away.
I played lottery tickets twice in my whole, and it was with you one night, right here at Rich.
Yeah, I don't ever play them.
And I won $20 off both them lottery tickets, and I've never played again.
I couldn't win the clap in a whorehouse, man. I can't win nothing. It's just not me. I'm not a winner for sure. If I play an instant lottery ticket, or the only thing I win is I get to sweep that shit that comes off the pretty piece of cardboard off the counter when I'm done. That's what I win. Now my sister, not Jane, but the other one, man, when she was a kid, if you put her like in a raffle, she won. Every fucking thing you put her name in, they drew it out. I don't know how, but she's the luckiest kid I ever met. I couldn't win a damn thing. She won everything she tried. Yeah, it figures.
Yeah, I don't even waste my time on lottery. I don't.
I don't either. I figure the state takes enough money from me. I'm not going to donate it to them. Fuck them.
Nope.
They want mine. They're going to have to force it out of me. I'm not going to willingly give it.
I know some people spend $300 and $400 on lottery tickets alone.
Nope, wasn't me. Said the Powerball was 1.5 billion. Holy shit! Is it like that big? You're right. Nobody needs that much money. Shit. You're right, Archangel. Maybe she did take my luck. That's all right. She can have it. I've lived this long. I'm almost 50, and I have not needed that luck yet. I used to always say I don't have no luck unless it's bad. You know, that's the only kind of luck. You know, it's a good thing I don't depend on luck. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in divine appointment. You know, for some reason, there's somebody upstairs that always watches out for me. So I might bitch about luck, but it's not about luck. I don't have bad luck. I don't have to win anything to be happy, for sure.
Hell no.
There's Conspiracy. See him out there? Conspiracy music.
Oh, yeah? How you doing, Conspiracy? Good to see you. But yeah, man, if it wasn't for bad luck, I would have no luck at all.
That's exactly what I used to say. I don't say it anymore because I used to just say it as a joke. It's not really true, you know.
I think it's coffee 30.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
You want the coffee here or you want the coffee down at the coffee shop?
No, hell no. We'll get it here.
That's what I'm drinking from the coffee shop down there. It tastes better. I only drink this when there's nowhere else to get it,
Right.
to be honest. You know, the Ritz station doesn't have like the best coffee money can buy.
Right.
I guess we'll sit here and wait on you, Eugene.
Work, brother.
Flip y'all around here a minute. Eugene's going in to get him some coffee, so I guess we'll have to sit here and wait on him, or he says he's going to get coffee. If he goes to the bathroom, he's going to be 10 times as long, I would imagine. So hopefully everybody's having a good Friday night. I know I am, but it don't take much for me. I'm like a dirty slut. I'm cheap and easy. It really doesn't take much for me to have a good time. There's Lisa. Perfect timing, Lisa. Well, Eugene wanted coffee, so I had to pull in here so he could go ahead and get some coffee. Hopefully he's not using the bathroom. He'll be back in a minute. He was talking earlier, missing you, Lisa. Said that you'd be proud of him for reading the chat. Called a stubby holder, huh, Blanche? I think they call it a koozie here, is what I've heard it called, a koozie. Archangel, I don't know if Legicator is going live or not tonight. I had asked him earlier, and he said he wasn't sure, so I don't really have an answer to that question. I guess we'll have to wait and see. If he does, I don't know if I'll quit this and go on there, or if I'll probably just stay out and keep y'all going here if you want. Kevin, I'm 48 years old. I just turned 48 in March, so it's coming up again here pretty soon. I guess this is November. So getting closer to being 49 now, lucky me. I tell everybody I'm 35 again. Salacious, probably not. If you get here, we'll go down to the real coffee house down here. The owner actually roasts his own beans, and he's got probably 15 different flavors and types of coffee, and it's really, really good premium coffee at a decent price. So you get that coffee house taste without having to go spend $6 a cup on coffee. So. Yes, Ida, I'm just a bit younger than you are. Not by much, I don't think, but a little bit. I'm not that old, I'm just that ugly. I used to be, I tell everybody I was always just a dork, a little egghead. But at some point, or at least I was a cute dork, and then life hit me right here and did this to me. So, life's what made me look this way. 48, I'm still a kid. You're at 55. Well, good. I'm glad somebody thinks I'm still a kid. I'll go with that for now. You know what, I'm surprised you can't get online and buy your lottery tickets. Is there like a website you can go to and buy lottery tickets? Or do you actually have to go to a lotto place to get them? I don't play the lottery, so I don't know the answer to that question. But Art said he's 72 and thinks he's Peter Pan. Well, I'll tell you what, we have to get older, but no one said we had to grow up. That's a lie. That's not necessary. We don't have to. I agree with Katie, and nope, wasn't me. Good luck. Hopefully you win it all, Lisa. That would be awesome. I'd love to see somebody I know win a big lot of money. That would just tickle me to death to see somebody come out on top. The only person I ever knew that ever won, the only person I ever knew personally, was a brother-in-law of my uncle, and he was a doctor and had more money than he knew what to do with anyway, so he really didn't need it. And based on that, I thought it was kind of crappy that he won, just because I know so many other people that could have really used it. Archangel says he knew Adam and Eve when they were teenagers. Go to the gas station. I'm sitting at the gas station right now, Michelle. I'm sitting at one of them. Anyway, I'm sitting at the rich station waiting on Eugene. Said he's going to get a cup of coffee. Hell, he must have had to, like, pick the beans and grind them first or something. I'm still waiting. Mr. B is parked for the night. Well, welcome, Mr. B. It's good to see you out there. Guys, people passing by and waving, nodding back. He's waiting for Juan Valdez. Maybe. He might have taken over for him for all I know. If he doesn't come on, we're going to take off without him anyway. Somebody won the lottery twice. Who was that, Salacious? Your husband's co-worker, huh? Has an aunt up in the Northeast somewhere. She's won twice. Well, must be nice. Of course, I guess I'd have to play in order to win, wouldn't I? I don't play, so I don't expect to win. Meditating, he might be. Spend the evening talking about how you'll spend it, right? That's what I was talking about earlier, Lisa. My ex-wife and I, many, many years ago when I was in my early 20s, it was like a $30 million, that was before the Powerball. It was just the, whatever they call the Ohio State Lottery. I don't know what they call it anymore, but it was worth like $30 million. And we sat down and thought of everything we'd ever wanted, and we spent right around $1 million. I mean, we didn't, and I don't know what I'd do with the other 29. I really don't. I don't know what I'd do with it. I'd have to give it away because I wouldn't have anything left to spend it on. I'm a man of very little needs. Blanche, thank you very much for coffee. Watching you from, what does that say? I'm going to try this. Kunanura? I hope I got close to the actual pronunciation of that. And it's morning there too, huh? Of course, it's evening here, as you see. But thank you very much, Blanche. We appreciate it. That keeps us in coffee and gasoline, which are the two things, of course, we need to do this. Well, the car needs gasoline. I need the coffee. The coffee's like gasoline for Ironton Auditor. That's what keeps him moving. Very close. Good try. Well, I don't know exactly how to do it, but I'll give it a shot here. Let me try that again. Kanunura, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I'll be honest. I don't know how to do it. And Salacious, there you go. Thank you very much for that. We're getting some coffee money now, man. Everybody's putting in for our coffee.
Okay.
So we can drink it by the gallon now, man.
Yeah.
We can buy the high octane shit too. Get us some tank full of gas and fill us up full of coffee. All right, guys, I'm gonna switch you back around here so you can see where we're going. Yeah, cruising isn't allowed here anymore either, Fab Daddy. We used to do it when I was a kid for sure. The street we're on right now would be actual bumper-to-bumper cars.
Yeah.
But they put a stop to that a long time ago. Did you buy a ticket? Michelle Thiel wants to know if you bought a ticket.
No.
No? Nope. Neither one of us are playing the lottery. We don't give a damn how much it's worth. So y'all can have it. You don't have no competition from us.
I'd rather keep my dollar.
Right.
Or $2.
I'll tell you what, if y'all win, just send us the same you have been for coffee and gas. Well, we'll be good with that, won't we?
Be happy.
We don't require much.
No.
I don't mind to work for what I get. Doesn't bother me any.
That's right.
I mean, it's not the most enjoyable thing I could think of. I have that American dream too. I want to sit on a fucking seat and be paid $300,000 a year to do it. But since that job ain't available and I can't find that application, I do what I do.
No, I just couldn't get out of her, man. Old dude was in there That one's
Yeah,
always
blame it on everybody inside the
Dude,
store.
I walked in, everybody started talking.
Well, that's because we're famous now, man. We're
Right.
You know, we're like half fucking famous and shit.
Well, I'd
Everybody
like to have
knows
that
us.
famous check.
Right? It'd be nice to be paid to be famous, wouldn't it?
We're the only ones in the world famous
Hell,
and never paid.
We're probably making more money right now than Chili. Do I have your permission to create a short ZXL Master? You can use my stuff any way you want, man. I don't mind. Anybody can clip it. You can do it. You can rerun it. I don't care. You'll never get a copyright strike from me. I wouldn't do that to anybody, even if they just played my video. I don't care. It's out there. Anybody can use it for whatever they like. I don't mind a bit. So, yeah, if you want to make some shorts and cut it up, go for it. I probably should. I just don't. I probably should take pieces and parts and make shorts out. Apparently, there's a lot of shorts on today. I don't get it. I just don't have time to sit down and mess with it a whole lot. I wish I had more. If they'd start making 36-hour daylight, I might be able to get something done. But since we're still running 24-hour days, it's a little difficult. Hey, Work Lion, if you're out of here, buddy, you know we love you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate the donation and everything. You're awesome, sir, and you know it.
Yes, sir. I like a Work Lion.
Archangel's right, ZXL. Don't make it too short. Hell, I'm short enough now.
That's bad. Every time you come to my house, you got to hear it from the soon-to-be wife.
Right. I hear it from your wife, from my sister, and now everybody in the chat, too. It's a good thing that I don't let that shit bother me, you know?
I mean, it's funnier than hell, you know. If they would just see me getting in and out this car and how the seat is literally in the back seat.
You got yours scooted all the way back, mine's scooted all the way forward.
Right.
I can't reach the pedals any other way.
And look at that. My knee, my leg still ain't straight. It's still bent.
Well, the car ain't the fucking place to stretch out, Eugene. It's not a goddamn recliner. It's a car, man. It's not supposed to be, you know. Not supposed to be able to lay back and sleep in it and shit. That's not what it's designed. At least not this car, anyway. This thing definitely isn't designed for comfort. It's a Hyundai Accent. It's made to go everywhere with nothing, you know. Archangel says, what? Says he's 4'10". My granddaughter says she wants to be as small as me. Are you actually 4'10"? If so, that makes you even shorter than me, and that's actually hard to come by. You almost have to try to be shorter than me.
I mean, I'm not that tall either, but I wish I was shorter.
Oh, that was Michelle saying that. I'm sorry. She was talking to Archangel. That's what was going on there. Sorry, guys. I have to glance at the chat while I'm driving. I get confused every now and then. TOS violation, removal of content. I'm not sure what ZXL is talking about there. But if it's in my chat, they'll take care of it generally. That's why I like having him around. See, somebody said something about a smart car being the right size. Yeah, see, that's what I wish I had.
I'm glad he don't.
Well, fuck you. I wouldn't get you in it.
No.
I just have to set you on top of it. We'd have to put like remember the old rumble seats?
Yep.
Somebody said, what is it? KDD said they're shorter than me at 5'3". Well, only by about an inch. I'm exactly 64 inches tall at 5'4".
Oh,
Lucky
wow.
me.
She'd come up about my chest then.
About that. My mom and Della, they're 5'2". They come up like to my nose. My father was about 4 or 5 inches taller than I am. My sisters are both taller than I am.
That's the thing.
Two of my 3 nieces, the 13-year-old and the 17-year-old, are taller than me, and the 10-year-old, damn, she's almost as tall as I am now.
Well, my mother, you've seen her. She's what, about 5'1"?
I don't know.
And my dad
I've
was
never
like
seen her stand up, so I'm not sure.
6'2", 6'3". You know what I mean?
Oh, he's a big one then, wasn't he?
Yeah. And
You must took after your mom.
took after mom.
Lisa said Eugene isn't watching the chat. You're right, Lisa. He was
I-
bragging earlier.
Hey, Miss Lisa.
Hey, Joe Cool, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you out there, sir.
I was watching the chat, but Terry got me talking about football
wait a minute,
and
wait a minute.
basketball.
Watching the chat isn't the same as looking at the chat once. That's not watching the chat.
Hey, Miss Lisa would have been proud of me the last couple lives.
It's pretty bad that I can drive and see more of the chat than you do.
That's because you're at the dashboard and I'm in the back seat.
Somebody asked, yes, Christopher, this is Ironton. This is Ironton, Ohio, live and coming at you. Yeah, Ida's husband's really tall too. I know him.
Yep.
He's a big old tall fucker. And his kids are big guys too,
Yep.
man. All three of them, I could climb them like trees. They wouldn't even know I was on their back, you know. Be trying to swat the mosquitoes off. Guarantee it.
Like I said, I'm going to.
Mike's a big failer, ain't he?
I'm going to make a trip out there and see them. I ain't seen them in years.
Not yet, Ed. We're out. We're hoping to see some police action. We'll see if we catch any or not. But we're definitely out here. Haven't seen anything yet. I've been in here in town. I was in here all day helping you with that water tank and stuff. And then, I went home for about an hour and came straight back, didn't I? I've been out here since about 5:30, 6 o'clock when I actually came back to town. Went live somewhere right before 7. I don't know exactly what time it was. I got tired of waiting. I had it set for 8, but that was too late, so I just kicked it on early.
Yeah, it's crazy how much a new hot water tank is anymore.
It's crazy how much anything new is, man.
Literally, it was like $7.69.
Joe Cool, does our town have a scanner? I'm not sure what kind of scanner you're talking about, Joe. If you're talking about like a police scanner, the police here use an encoded system and it doesn't come out on a public scanner. So I do have a handheld scanner, but it does not pick up the Ironton Police Department, so I don't carry it around anymore. Spent $100 on a scanner for nothing because it won't work. So, well, I didn't actually. It was given to me in the chat to buy that with, and that's what I did with it. Typically, if somebody sends me money for something, so here's, this toward that, I'll put it somewhere and keep it for that. I've still got money put up for a dash cam. I don't have all I need yet. I'm still working on that one because I don't want the cheapest one out there. If I'm going to get one, I'm going to make sure I get one worth having. Otherwise, there's not much point.
Nope.
I don't just want the first thing I can grab because that usually means some cheap Chinese crap and it ain't going to be worth a damn. So.
Yep.
Hey, there's Lord KJW. How you doing this evening? Good to see you out there. I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I have, I'm sorry. It's just because I'm driving and it's hard to see who all's in there. So I try to call everybody out when I see them as best I can. Guys, in the description, there should be a link to join the channel if you would like to become a member of the channel. Monthly subscription, that'll be up to you. There's a link down there to take care of that. We're up to 21 members right now. We did our first members only live stream last night, and that's of course only available to members. Not that a lot happened, but the thing about the members is I get their input on what we should do and how we should do the show and future content, because I figure if they're going to be paying for it, they should have a say in how it works. Hey, there's Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Somebody was asking me earlier where Sovereign was at. There he is. He's in here now. How you doing tonight, Sovereign? Hopefully you're having a good Friday night too. Oh no, Lord, the Ironton is way smaller than, what'd you say, Dayton? Oh yeah, we're way smaller than Dayton. Dayton's big compared to us.
Yeah.
We are very small here. There you go. Lisa says it's 6 square miles. Now, I don't know the truth of that to be sure myself, but I'll trust Lisa on that. Lisa usually has the facts. So, for the most part, I'll trust Lisa. I don't have to check up on her too much. She usually knows what she's talking about. Hey, Art Akuto just became a member. Thanks, Art. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate it very much. We're going to start trying to do at least a members only live at least once a week. We did it on Thursday, of course, just because there's always so much stuff going on. I do that 6-hour show with Clay and Doc on Wednesday night, and typically on Friday night, if it's not me out here running, it's me and of course Legicator usually does Freedom Friday. I don't know that he's going to do it tonight, but so I'm a pretty busy guy a lot. And of course, you know, on Tuesday night we have Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. So you know, I mean, I'm kind of limited on how many days I can run something, and
I threw mine damn garbage.
and I don't pay too much attention to when everybody else comes on, because if I'm trying to hit in between them or before them and after them, it's just not possible. You know, these bigger channels, they run when they want, so I just run when I can, and you know, I figure everybody will join me or they won't. And the wonderful thing about it is here, it's not about the people that we have live. Most people catch a lot of my stuff on the replay. My views are pretty high for as small of a channel as we actually are here. Ironton Auditor, 4.27 subscribers, right? It's going up. I don't know why, but I'm glad to have y'all. I'm glad y'all think it's worth spending time with us. Two crazy hillbillies in a car. Too bad we don't have Sovereign with us. That'd make the trio complete, wouldn't
Well,
it?
as long as we can keep him off Google, we're good.
He does Google some weird shit, don't he? What the hell was that? Something clown porn or something. I can't remember
Nazi
now.
Clown porn.
Nazi clown porn. That was it.
Oh my!
What
goodness.
a thing to look up. Like, those aren't even 3 words I would have ever put together.
No. Do not ever
Stop and do a burnout, please. I don't know if this little Hyundai will do a burnout, Kevin. I can bark them a little bit, but it doesn't really burn.
Like I told Sovereign, he's more than welcome to come to my house, get my refrigerator, get something to eat anytime he wants. I don't even
As long
care.
as he stays off the Wi-Fi.
He's not getting on the Wi-Fi. We're not doing no Google searches.
The FBI knocking on your door. Wonder why you're looking up certain things.
I mean, who would ever thought it? Nazi clown porn.
Well, apparently him. You know? Apparently him. Looks like it's going to be another long night, don't it?
Yeah. A long dead night. I'm glad we got to check.
At least we got plenty of coffee money.
All right.
We know no matter how long the night gets, we're not going to be dehydrated. We're going to have plenty of fuel for us anyway.
Blood type coffee.
No, we don't have any street racing here. That'd be a bad idea. These streets are not made to race on. You'd tear the bottom out of your car. I gotta wonder sometimes how many times I'm going to have to replace ball joints in the next year. Driving around on these streets, some of them ain't too good.
I kind of feel sorry for this little car on these streets.
I know, right? Laura Sanders said TTU, baby. That's 100% correct. TTU. Trifold Trolls Unite. He said Detroit there, the street racing is crazy. Is that where you're from, Kevin? Is Detroit? The closest I've ever been to Detroit was up around Taylor and Romulus, all them little burgs down there at the bottom end of Michigan. I've been up in there. That's as close to Detroit as I've ever been. 2 miles north of Detroit. When I was there, though, it's been probably about 10 or 12 years ago that I was there. And I know that they were advertising on TV, if you bought a house, you got a house for free. And I was sitting there thinking, holy shit, if they have to give you one when you buy one, that means nobody wants to live here. And that seemed like a really bad idea to me. You know, to invest in a house where they give you one for free, that sounds like a bad fucking idea to me. Must mean no one wants to live there. Must have a lot of abandoned places, I assume. Guess we'll turn up and go down, what is that, 12th?
Yep.
Go down 12th. Come back
Oh,
around.
Ironton got it.
It's Friday night. There's
Oh,
gotta
it
be a
is
football
right.
game. Yeah, there's got to be a football game. It's Friday night.
I need the Ironton Fighting Tigers score somebody.
Nothing like high school football, except for more of it. At least it's not fixed, generally.
Right.
Or at least not that I've noticed. There's Michael Myers and Jason still standing out there. The Halloween decoration's still up. Jackie Hell said Ironton was up 20-0 last they checked. You can probably see the scoreboard as we roll by here, maybe. Or can you?
It's what it looks like. I mean, it's a little, work sideways. We may have to go back on that one street again.
Well, let me get up here and get stopped here for a second so I don't look back over my shoulder here. Well, shit, there's a tree in the way.
Yeah.
I can't see it. Damn college and their trees. I don't know what it says. I'm unable to see it for the moment. So everybody, while you're sitting there doing nothing, make sure you reach down there and hit that like button, of course. Everybody loves to hit the like button. That tells YouTube that you like it, so they send it out to more people, and more people get to see it when you do that. Helps the algorithm just a bit. It's not the end-all be-all, of course, that some creators make it out to be, but...
Just put a 5 in the chat for no apparent reason.
Right? But I sure do appreciate it when y'all hit that like button. That gets Ironton Auditor out there a little bit further into people that wouldn't have seen him otherwise. I talk about him like it's somebody I know.
Right.
Sometimes it's kind of like that. I feel like two different people, two different identities. I'm the day, and and I gotta put on, I gotta put on the auditor persona at night, or whenever I'm out. And it's funny, somebody called me today, and they have. See, I'm one of those few people that people share with me their real identities through email and text and things like that. But the problem is that they always have a screen name online. And so in my phone, when I have their contact, I set it as their screen name.
No.
Well, I had a lady call me earlier today, and I told her when I was talking to her, I was like, until I heard your voice, I couldn't even remember who your screen, I knew the screen name, but I couldn't remember who that was. And that happens to me a lot. And the reason I do that is so that I always call them by their screen name, and I don't accidentally dock somebody's name while I'm trying to talk to them in the chat. I don't want to do that, so I always try to stick to the screen names. That way I don't screw up.
Yeah.
There you go, ZXL Master. That's right, I am the auditor. Everybody make sure you tell Chili that I am the auditor, since he's trying to yank my auditor status from me. He needs to know that I am the real deal, and that he is absolutely not real in any way whatsoever. Not that he doesn't know that, but he needs to know everybody else knows it. I have a feeling if the rest of us quit talking about him, he'd dry up and blow away. That'd be the end of it. There wouldn't be nothing left of him.
It's just so damn easy to make fun of him.
I reckon. It bores me, though. I get sick of it.
Yes.
I'm just sick of that word. I don't even like to call chili anymore. I won't, My wife's like, hey, how about if I make some chili? I'm like, you're going to have to call it something different. That don't even sound appetizing. I'm so sick of that word. Like when it's a little bit cold outside, I don't like to use the word chili anymore. Sad but true. Hey, there's Baby Doll Ironton. How you doing there? Good to see you out there tonight. Another one of my channel members. There's a few more of them. I can't get a list on this phone. I wish I could. On the PC,
Hey.
I can bring up a list, but I can't do it on the phone.
Baby doll Ironton, was that you that I met in Ironton?
It probably was. Hey, Lisa. Lisa is now a member. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that very, very muchly. Very muchly. Very greatly. Something like that.
Yeah, like old Miss Lisa.
I wish I had the words to say thank you better. That sucks so bad that all I can do is say thank you. You know, or say something real dumb like I appreciate it much.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else to say to express my true gratitude. It's hard to show gratitude, or hard to speak it anyway. It's not hard to show, but it's hard to speak it. Hard to show people in a chat, you know. But it's very hard to speak it because there aren't enough words to describe my true feeling of gratefulness to y'all.
Well, if it was a baby doll, I just didn't want to mention her name, you know what I mean? So that's why I just asked her. I meet so many people every day, man.
What was that, baby doll? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull over here. I saw my name in there. Caught it. Let's see what she's saying. She said, if you swing down on my end of town and go around the corner, I'll run out some money for gas. That's down on the north end, down close to the church, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. You're right close to the church down there. If I remember correctly. Sovereign must be talking about another auditor. They said he got his head split open at a voting poll today. Annapolis audit or somebody like that. I guess he went to audit the damn poll, and Art said it was a senior citizen kicked the shit out of him. That's what I was saying. Don't. Yeah, Lisa said by an 80-year-old man. Right? Yeah, you don't piss off old men. We don't take kindly to that. A lot of us are thought of as old. That don't mean we still won't kick your young little ass. Don't think for a second we won't. Old don't mean weak, and it sure as hell don't mean useless. And apparently somebody found that out. All right, baby doll, I'm headed that way. I'm up on the other end right now, headed down 3rd Street here, as you see. Just passing by McGovney right now, so it'll be just a minute before I get down on that end, but I'm headed your way. Said she'll donate some gas money, so if she wants to donate it, we'll swing by and pick it up. I'm too poor not to take it.
Well, I mean, without it, we wouldn't be running.
I know, right? That's what I mean. I'm too poor not to take it. I'm in the hole, you know, every week when I do this. I'm always out money, but the more they put in, the less I'm out. You know what I mean? It's helping out so much that it won't be long before I start breaking even, man. And maybe someday I might even like turn a profit, and it'll be worth doing this. You know?
I couldn't imagine driving my truck out here all day.
Oh, you couldn't. There's no way. It eats too much gas, man. It's just not possible. That's why I'm glad I have this little Hyundai, or we wouldn't be doing this. I'd be in here walking. The hell with that driving. I'd have to run up and down the street. Wouldn't that be funny as shit? See a little old man running up and down the sidewalk. Hello, Pat. How you doing tonight? I seen Pat flash up out there. And I think that's Gallagher. I don't know that I'm saying that. I probably butcher the hell out of some of these people's names. Me and my hillbilly tongue. Yeah, it'd be nice if I can get this up to where I start breaking even, and I don't have to come out of pocket for nothing, man. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Because my wife gets on to me a bit sometimes. She's like, you spend too much to do this, that, and the other. I'm like, yeah, but I can't get it done any other way. I don't know how to do it.
That's like everybody asks me, they're like, why do you do this free?
Well, because ain't nobody paying us to do it.
Ain't nobody paying us to do it.
Ain't nobody pays auditors. They don't just have a place where you can go sign up to be an auditor and get a paycheck. That shit don't work. It's not how it works. being an auditor is a self-proclaimed thing, you know.
Yep.
You just decide that you are, you put it on, start a channel, and there you go. And you rock with it. And I still say that I got the best subscribers on YouTube. There aren't any better than what we've got. Our core unit is like it's the best people you could have, man. They're fun to...
I still say, though, Miss Lisa's my favorite one.
Lisa's pretty cool, man. I've met Lisa. I met her face. Well, I would say I had a coffee. I had 2 or 3 while she drank a drink. I think she had lemonade or something, you know. And me, I drank 2 or 3 like normal, just guzzled the coffee. Very, very nice lady. Very nice lady. It's always cool to meet some of the people out there. I truly enjoy that for sure. I love the interaction. That's why I like these lives. You get to interact with them, kind of, you know. And it's not quite so boring. Because man, me and you spent a lot of hours in this car not saying shit to each other, ain't we? Ain't nothing to talk about.
Well, I mean, if we did talk, it'd be about the same old shit.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. We get bored talking to each other. It's much more fun to have a whole crowd out there.
Boy, don't you read the comments. I told the world. Now I got my soon-to-be wife jumping my AWS for not reading the comments.
Well, why don't you read the fucking comments and you won't have that problem. Best I can tell you.
Miss
Yeah,
Lisa done got this started.
Ida said, yeah, you just reach Terry the coffee pot. You don't even need a cup. That's right.
All right.
I'll drink that shit right out of the pot. I've done it before. Ain't no big thing. Many years ago when I was a bachelor, when I had gotten divorced from my first wife, and I had about a 3-year stint there where I wasn't with anybody, there were times when I'd heat coffee up in a pot on the stove and drink it right out of the fucking pot just because I was too lazy to wash a cup. I already had to wash the pan, you know. Me, I can be a lazy bachelor. I ain't got no problems with that. Of course, if you ask the wife, I can probably be a lazy prick for a husband too. So I'm sure she'd say that, you know. I wouldn't argue with that.
I've got to give it to the...
See if you can find my smokes. I think they fell on the floor
right here
somewhere. Thank you, sir.
I got to give a big shout out to our women, though, for putting up with us.
It's an empty box.
Shit.
Maybe it fell out on my... Oops. Might have fell off on my side. Let's see here. Fuck, I don't know. They're around somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not them. There they are. I got them. There it is. Yeah, that one's got a couple left in it. This is the one that's got the most in it.
What is it?
Jackie said Eugene has bowel issues.
Bowel issues.
I think they're trying to say you're full of shit, son. That's what I think. Somebody said, Eugene, are you sleepy again? Nap time?
No. Once you get old, you try to take a nap. But I tell you what, man, I've been doing so much damn work to that house. I ain't got
Art's
time
asking if you just farted. No, if he had of it'd probably blow my eyebrows off. Just saying.
No.
I'm sitting awful close by. I hope at least he'll roll the damn window down if he does that.
Had to lie cigarette, get my cigarettes out of my pockets.
All right, baby doll Ironton, if you're still watching, I'm just getting ready to turn off Park Avenue onto 6th right now, headed your way. Looks like we're not going to be breaking any damn land speed records from here to there.
I guarantee it. Oh my goodness.
Somebody noticed on the trick-or-treat live that we had brick streets, said they'd never seen brick paved streets before. Hell, that was every street in here until they blacktopped a few of them.
Yep.
Now people want them left for the historical value, which wouldn't be bad, but damn, they ain't worth a shit to drive on. But then a lot of the paved ones ain't any better. That's just a problem. I don't think sometimes whoever's in charge of the Department of Transportation or whoever the hell it is that decides how these roads should be, I don't think they quite understand that if you have a pothole, if you don't put some big shit in that pothole, it's always going to sink and be a pothole no matter what you fill it with. it's going to become a pothole. It's just going to sink again.
Yeah.
Blacktop and concrete over it 1,000,000 times, and it's still going to be a hole. Not going to hold very long. Hey Art, I'd say Zane went the same place all the rest of Chili's friends did. He found out Chili was full of shit. Baby doll said I needed to come down 4th. Well, it's too damn late now. I'm on 6th, turning right on 5th right now. Right down here by the mission. So we'll be around that curve here in just a second. Or 2 or 3 or something. Yeah, Art, I'd say that's what happened to Zane is he found out Chili was full of shit. If you want my opinion, and it's only an opinion, I don't know. I don't watch Chili, so I hear everybody asking all the time what happened to Zane. I'd say the same thing that happened to Shauna and many other names that we've heard out there in the past. Everybody remembers Shauna? When he was here in Ironton, he had a supposed paralegal friend who was supposed to be taking her bar exam to become an attorney. And her name was Shauna. And, you know, nobody's heard of Shauna in like 6 months either, you know. Sound like she quit Chili a week or 2 after I did, so I think people are just starting to wise up. That's what I think. I think they're finding out who Chili really ain't, and that's why they're dumping him. Dropping him like a rag, man. Dropping him like a rag. Alrighty, I'm outside here. I don't remember exactly which one of these houses it is right away. It's one of these here, I'm pretty sure. I'm outside here, baby doll, Ironton, if you're listening. I think I'm in the right place. I've met so many people and, you know, in different places here and there and everywhere else that it's hard for me to remember who's where all the time. Baby doll Ironton, if you're listening, I'm out. I'm here on Elm Street here. If you're out here. And if you're not out here, I'm going to take off and go back to what I was doing. I don't know where she is. Unless it's possible I'm in the wrong place. It's happened before. Hard for me to remember where everybody lives. Are you down to the ball field? I'm sitting out here on Elm Street right now, baby doll Ironton. I'm well past the ball field. I'm sitting out front, I think. Right out by the church. If you look on the screen, the church is right up in front of me, actually. She might be running a little bit behind. Sometimes they're not caught up with the live. And there's always a lag anyway from what we see and what they see.
Nope.
I don't know exactly where she's at. Where are you, baby doll Ironton? Hazards on there so the traffic can go around. I'm sitting here kind of blocking off the street. All right, well, I don't know where she is. We must be having a timing issue, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off and go back to what we was doing and come down by the baseball fields. Where's the baseball fields, Eugene?
Go all the way up to 2nd Street there. Make a left.
I can do that. Is that down there by Lawrence Street? Is that what they're talking about?
No, she's talking about down by the impound.
Oh, is that where the baseball fields
Yep.
are? Okay. I knew there were some fields down there, but I don't pay that much attention to. Right down there close to Meehan, huh?
Yep.
Or what used to be Meehan. I don't know what the hell they call it today, but years ago when I was a kid, it's called Meehan still. I think they even run a place called McBolton Plate out of there too, if I'm not mistaken, at one time.
We remember that because we old.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'll be 21 tomorrow.
I seen Vesuvius come up. Is that the name of the street? Probably is.
Never heard of Vesuvius.
Well, you've heard of Vesuvius Lake. Don't lie to me. And Mount Vesuvius. Don't forget Mount Vesuvius. Well, don't forget Mount Vesuvius. You ever hear of Mount Vesuvius?
Yeah.
There you go. See?
Make a left.
Well, I intend to. I got to get up here first, though. All right, I'm making a left on Etna at the moment. And then I assume we'll take a left here on 4th.
Nope.
At the end of 4th Street, she said. All right, we're almost there. I'm right here by Susan Courts, getting ready to make a left on 4th. Coming off of Etna. Like I said, I could have been in the wrong fucking place for all I know. I forget where everybody lives. Since I don't come out and visit a whole lot, I, only been places once or twice. Come down the alley behind the church. Okay. I'm not exactly sure where that is through here.
Oh, the Mission Church?
I guess that's the only church on this end. That's right in here somewhere, ain't it?
Yeah, it starts right there.
I don't know where the alley is behind it right away. I guess we'll have to get up here behind it. Yeah, see, here's Vesuvius Street. Eugene said never heard of Vesuvius. This is it.
Well, I've never paid attention down here.
Now you know where the hell it's at, huh? You and me both. I guess this is the alley. Alley behind the church. Looks like a nice paved alley here. I'm going to get me a 4-wheeler. Keep this shit up. Alright, I am in the alley behind the church. Literally behind the church. I see some people over there at the church.
Oh, yeah, they're digging through its stuff.
Yeah, well, hopefully there's something they can use. That's what it's there for. Baby doll, I'm in the alley behind the church. I don't see anybody around.
I don't either.
Only ones I see moving are the ones over here looking through the stuff on the church lot. So I'm not sure. And then again, like I said, there might be a bit of a lag. I don't know how far behind she is.
Right.
I know my wife does that a lot. I'll be on a live and there's a lag and she won't be caught up completely with the live yet, and she'll be pointing out stuff in chat that I already answered. I'm like, if you just keep watching, you'll see my answer pop up there here in a minute. I've already done it. It's just because there's a lag, and some people are watching it, they'll watch it from the beginning instead of just catching up with the live right now and watching the beginning later. They'll start at the beginning, so. All right, well, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, there's a text that just come in from Sovereign, said, tell you to read the fucking chat. I don't know what you must have missed, but so they've been telling you where she is. Yeah, well, I've been trying to read the chat. I'm in the alley behind the church where I was told to be. I'm here now, but I don't know, I don't know where she is. The last message I have was from her. Say come down the alley behind the church, which is where I'm at. Hopefully, I don't know if we might have lost the chat again because that's the last chat message I have. So
Yeah.
Going to be another one of those nights where we lose the chat 100 times and got to restart and shit to keep it going. I'll tell you what I am going to do, I guess, is I'm going to go ahead and take off and go back to doing what we was doing. I'm sorry, Baby Doll Ironton, I don't know where you're at. I'm in the alley behind the church, and we must have a big lag here, and I don't want to spend too much time here. David's still sending chat message, yeah. I'm where she told me to be, David. I'm right where she herself asked me to be. But apparently we're running a lag here. So because of that, we didn't meet up this time, but that's okay. I'm gonna get back to what we were doing.
And we literally lost the chat.
Yeah, I've lost the chat again, of course. It's got to happen 2 or 3 times a night, or it just ain't worth fucking running, I reckon. And again, they can hear us, and they're still chatting. They can see each other's shit. It just won't let us see it for whatever reason. And every time it does that, I have to turn my phone off and turn it back on to get it to reconnect. I don't know why that is. Can't seem to figure out why that is. Yep, we've done lost the chat for sure.
Yep.
It's been way too long with nothing popping up in there, so. All right, guys, I assume y'all hear us. We've lost you all again. Can't see any chat messages. The last chat message I got was from Baby Doll Ironton about the alley, which is where we were. So, in order for us to get this back up and running, you guys know the drill. I'm gonna have to shut this damn thing off and start it back up and start another live. So, as soon as I get back down the street here where I can park, I'm gonna do that. Oh, here we go. I can just park right here and do it. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut this live off right here, and you'll have to pick us up on the next one here in just a second. I'll get one going as soon as I can.